Okay, so we're going to continue with our wall section here. Today in this video, we're going to be putting in insulation um, and subfloor or finished floor and some of the other things as well. So let's uh, let's continue. All right, so let's put in our drywall. And this is very simple. Just go to offset, type in 0.5, and then offset the ceiling, offset the wall. So when you come over to the ceiling, we're going to pull that line back to the stud line, and then we're going to pull the walls drywall back to just under. So this would the ceiling would go on first, and then the wall would go on. So you would end up with this lap pattern there. Now let's do the finished floor. Finished floor is a wood floor, and it's 3/4 of an inch. So offset 3/4, and then we'll clean this up like so. And then actually we need to clean this up as well. All right. So now what I want to do is I want to put in uh, the well, let me just show you the tongue and groove on each section. And it's relatively simple. I'm going to start over here at this edge here, and I'm just going to I'm going to switch over to my deck. I'm going to go to line, and I'm just going to pick a point in here. Notice that I can't just pick a point anywhere, so I have to pick here, and then I'm just going to slide out, about 1/4 of an inch, maybe. Yeah, let's go 1/4 of an inch. All right, so my first click, and I'm just going to go up, and I'm going to type in 0.25. I'm going to go over and type in 0.25. I'm going to go up again, 0.25. Whoops. So let's hit U, and that'll take that last one back. So U is undo the last one. All right, so again, make sure that it's straight up and down. Type in 0.25. Then I'm going to go over to this side, 0.25 again, and then I'm just going to go all the way to the top and click. Now, I had this set on red, but I'm going to go change it back to bilayer. I don't remember why I had that on there, but there we go. All right. So now I have this, and it's different ones. I could have made this out of the polyline, and I'll show you why. The polyline will make it all together. So I'm just going to do the same thing again. 0.25. Whoops, that is not 0.25. 0.25. Dadgummit. Stay. 0.25. 0.25. 0.25. 0.25. And 0.25, and just enter, and that will kill that. Now, over here, you see I've got individual lines, but this is all one line. So that's probably the better thing to do. So let's just get rid of that and draw it with the polyline rather than just the regular line. Okay. So I'm just going to leave it right there, and I'm going to highlight this, and I'm going to come up here to array, and I'm going to drop down, and I'm going to array path or path array. So I'm going to click on that, and it's asking me for the line in which it's going to go to. So I'm going to click on this line right here. Notice that they're really close together. And so what I need to do is come up here where it says 3/8 and highlight that. And I'm going to change that to 2.25 and tab. And there is much better. So I'm going to hit close array. And if you'll notice, they're all, you know, tied together now. All right. And that's fine. If you want to move one particular one, just click on that and go back to home and hit explode, and it will take care of that. Otherwise, you can just leave it like that, and it'll be fine. It will be fine. Okay, so we've got that in. Now let's go and put in some insulation. So go and find, and I don't have it on here. Let me make one right quick. So I'm going to go to layer properties and I'm going to new and I'm going to type in BATT. And I think we went ahead and did this. I'm going to hit line weight is going to be 0 and the continuous line is going to be the batting. Hit OK. And then my color is going to be, um, what color is it? I wonder. Let's go with magenta. I can't remember what I've showed. Yeah, it is. Good, good, good. It is magenta. Okay, so now I have that in, and I want to switch over to that bat. And now I'm going to go to line. I'm going to click right there and I'm going to pull up. And don't worry, we're going to fix this. All right. So just pull up. You don't have to go the whole way. Just, partial way is fine. Now highlight this and come over here to your line type spacing and type in, let's say 0.3. All right, so 0.3 is still too big. I'm going to type in 0.2. 0.2 still too big. 0.1, and that's going to be really, really small. So let's go 0.15. And we could go 0.16. Let's try 0.17. There we go. Let's leave it 0.17. That's fine. Okay, so it fits in the wall and it's showing us that that's insulation. I'm going to do the same thing up here and pull down about so far. Click. And now all I got to do is hit match properties, click on this batting down here and touch on that one. And that's what I thought. I didn't actually get it straight there. Fix that easily. All right, so that's fine. That's fine. We don't need to go the whole thing. It's a little crowded if we do. So there's a couple of things that we can do for this particular exercise. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you that, we can put some bat insulation in here. And again, I'm going to highlight it, come over to the line scale, and I'm going to type in, say, 0.5. Boom, look at there, perfect. Okay, now let me explain something here. If I insulate this wall right here, I don't have to insulate this. But the only way that I can insulate this wall is if I put in a stud wall. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. So it'll be a 2x4 wall. And I'm going to set it a 1/2 inch in from the wall. We don't want that, dang it. We don't want this wood. I keep hitting escape rather than enter. I want to make sure that I get that. All right. So I want a 1/2 inch airspace between the stud and the wall. This one here is going to be pressure treated, but the other studs don't have to be pressure treated. So I'm just going to highlight that and I'm going to copy and I'm going to go up top. Go all the way. Actually, no, I'm not going to go all the way. I'm going to 8'1 1/2. Boom. Now let me make sure that I had that right because I think I'm 1.5 inches too long. I am. I'm 1.5 inches too long. So I'm going to grab that and go down its length. And I'm going to copy so that I have a double. All right. So that's as far as that's going to go right there. And so, like I say, this will be insulated. I put my lines in there for my studs. And I'm still on bat. Doggone it. Let's go in here and change that to wood. Go down and hit that. Grab that line. I'm going to copy it and put it on the other side. And then I'm going to go a little bit further into a 1/2 inch. So now I've got my drywall in there. Okay, and I'm going to run this on up to the bottom of my floor joists. Okay, and this will just be a knee wall on top of the regular wall. And then I can extend that one all the way up. Now, I've got that. Now I'm going to go back to, actually, I'm just going to highlight that we just drew up here, hit copy, grab me a space here, and come down. There, now that's in there. And so I'm going to go to, I'm just going to go to line. I can do this with line. And I'm going to click there, and then click here and come down about a little ways and hit that. So I'm going to go to match properties. I'm going to grab the bat and hit that line and that line, and it changes it over for me. Now, like I said, if I do this, I don't have to have that. If I don't do this, I have to have this. Okay, so it's an either or. If if you decide not to use this, then you need to put in some insulation in this spot as well. And technically it should be all the way from here to there. So let me show you what it would look like. And it would look like, boom, it would look like that. Okay, so insulation has to go all the way to the face of the wall on the inside. So again, that's an either or. You don't have to do both. So just keep that in mind. All right, so what else do we have? Oh, we got to do our ceiling insulation. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to build an insulation dam. So I'm going to go to line, and I'm going to click right there, and I'm going to go up, and then I'm going to offset that 1/4 of an inch. And then I want to clean it up. So this would be nothing more than a piece of cardboard right here. So you could make it 1/8 of an inch, but it wouldn't look good. You know, if we're way out here, it just wouldn't look good. So we'll make it a little bit bigger. All right. Now I need to put in my vent, my insulation vent. And so this is just blocks the insulation from and allowing a 1-inch airspace. So I'm going to offset for 1 inch. Click on that line right there and pull it down. All right, so now I'm going to go to line, and I'm just going to put a line somewhere in here. Notice that it won't grab that. So I need to come down here and turn my nearest on. Now keep in mind, we don't use nearest a lot, but when we do need it, we need it. Okay, so I'm going to trim this out. And then I'm going to highlight this line. No, I'm not. I'm just going to go to offset. I'm going to type in 48 and then pull forward up to there. I'm going to hit trim and trim that out. I'm also going to trim this cardboard because I don't want it to block my airflow. So now we've got this funky looking thing in here. And again, this is nothing more than an air dam. And I will show you what that looks like. But first, I'm going to change this to a dotted line to the hide. Where is hide? Right there. Okay. So that should look like that. Now let me come over here and show you what this is supposed to look like. Okay, this is what it is. It's just a piece of foam that gets put up onto the top of that. Let me go to images and see if there's a better image. Here we go. So it's just stapled up through here, and this allows for air to move freely up through here. Notice on he's actually turning this in and using that as the dam as well. And that's doable. I just don't like bending that because you see that there, it will break. So I'm not a fan of that. I would rather use some cardboard to make the air dam. There we go. There's another one. So this would be cardboard right here. And then the air dam allows that airspace to keep that airspace rather. All right, so we've got that in. Now we got to do is draw some bad insulation. I'm gonna go up here to my layer properties and I'm going to hit bat. I'm gonna go to line and I'm going to just somewhere in here, I'm gonna type that in and just pull out so far. Now that thing is huge. So we got to have R30 or R38 insulation in here. So let's go back over here and I want to show you what size and how to figure this out. If you'll just type in R value table and find the Colorado Energy, and it gives you this little breakdown here. So if we go down here to insulation and we look up, actually, if you come over here to R and find the R38, you'll find that it is 12 inches deep. All right, so all I got to do is figure out how deep 12 inches is. So I'm going to offset 12 and go to here. And I want to change the color of that because I don't want to leave that there. So I'm going to change it to depth points. And then I'm got to change this to fit within there. And dang, 0.5 looks like it did it. I'm going to move this up just a hair bit till it's inside of it. And there I have insulation that is going to be all the way across through there at 12 inches. I'm going to clean this up just a little bit, just like that. Now, if this insulation, so since we put this little knee wall here, that brings everything, that brings the roof rafters up. And so this might be blown in insulation. We don't know. It's the same symbol, blown in insulation, bad insulation. All you do is change the wording to it. So let's see, where we got? We could put in a collar tie. Oh, I know, we need to put in our molding. All right. So I just went over to the web and I typed in base board profile, baseboard molding profiles. Clicked on that. And then I just looked in here and hey, there's a picture right there. So I just went in there. I went right click, copy, go back over to CAD and yeah, I'm still in bat, sorry. So I'm going to change that to whatever. And I'm going to change that back to what I usually do. All right, so how big is this molding here? Generally, it is 9/16 inch wide. So I'm going to make me a construction line vertical, and I'm just going to lay it in there like that. I'm going to offset that to 9/16. Notice how small it is. This picture is huge. All right, so I'm going to highlight that picture. I'm going to go to scale. I want to go back to my original one, and you kind of got to play with it to find it. Okay, I'm going to hit midpoint. I'm going to type R, enter. I'm going to hit that same point again. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to grab about the middle of that line, and then I'm going to pull it back to that 9/16 inch right there, just like that. Now I have a piece of molding that I can actually copy, and it's going to be to scale. Okay, so go to polyline, and we're going to start, we're going to start right here. This looks like a slope right there, but it's really not. It's a straight line, straight shot. So I'm just going to click in the bottom of that OG right there, click there, and then I'm just going to pull over, and it should line up somewhere, no, right in there. That's about good. I'm going to go down, and I'm going to hit in the corner. I'm going to go over, and I'm going to hit in the other corner. I'm going to go up, click here, 45-degree angle, click, click. And all I'm doing is just following it, except for the 45-degree angle. I'm making sure that that's 45-degree angle. And here. Now, at this point, to draw this OG, I'm going to have to, well, for one, I got to move this stupid screen where you don't see that screen, but I'm going to go down here and I'm going to hit arc. And did I hit arc? Yeah, okay. Make sure that it's trying to arc. Now it's going to give you a funky arc, and that's okay because we'll come back and fix it. You can tell that there is an arc here and then there's an arc there, and it just goes in opposite directions. So I'm just going to just go right in the middle of it there and lay it there, and then I'm going to do another one all the way down to the point that we had where we started, and then I'm going to type in C for close and hit enter. Okay, so now, oh, it's asking me, do I want to, because I ended with a arc, do I want to show center or close? So instead of C, it's CL, enter. Now that gives me back to that. All right, so I can go back and highlight my line. It's kind of hard to find your cursor sometimes because your cursor is white. And of course, as soon as you go on there, it just disappears. So I'm gonna click on that line and I'm gonna go to the center of that arc right there. And I'm gonna pull that arc in and just put it right on top of the line below it. And then the same, if I can find the center. There we go, bam. And then just pull that over like that. Now you can see that there is an OG. I'm gonna move this. Okay, so there's the profile that I'm after. That looks like a relative pretty good piece of molding right there. So what I want to do is I want to highlight it all. I want to go to create, and I'm going to type in molding base, and then I'm going to find my pick point, which is going to be here. Click on that, and then hit OK. So now this is a block, and I can save this. It'll be over here in my thing, and I can use it again and again and again and again. Okay, one other thing that I'm going to make is shoe molding. So I'm going to go to construction line, and I'm going to right click, go horizontal, place that. I'm going to hit enter and enter again, and I'm going to right click and I'm going to go vertical. So I'm just going to put these right here just to start with. Now, shoe mold is a 1/2 inch wide. So I'm going to offset 0.5, and it's going to be, shoot, what is it height wise? I've done forgot. I want to say it's 3/4. I'm pretty sure it's 3/4. So I'm going to go back to offset, type in 0.75, click on that, and put that up there like that. And that's exactly the way it should be. I'm going to offset this line a 1/2 inch as well. Should have done that one in the first place. Now I have a nice grid here that I can draw from. So I'm going to go to polyline, and I'm going to click. I'm just going to click. I'm going to start at this point. Click here, click there, click here. Then I'm going to hit that arc again. And then I'm going to click at the top. And then I'm going to go to all. Nope, I need to go back to line for that last one. So click that and then close. Now all I got to do is come up here and fix my thing here. And I told you wrong. I offset this a 1/2 inch. I should have offset the top one. I'll tell you what, forget that. Okay, let's start over again. Go to construction line, horizontal, boom. Offset that 3/4 of an inch, and then offset 0.5 down. Yes, that's right. I had it backwards. Go to construction line and go vertical, and then offset that a half an inch. Now, let's go to polyline. Going to start here. Going to go press arc, and then line and close. Get rid of all my construction lines, and that leaves me with this nice little um, shoe mold here. So I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to create molding shoe. Pick point, click right there. Okie dokie. All right, so I didn't realize I made it backward, but that's okay. Let's go back over to our drawing. Right here in this corner, in the filter, I'm going to type in MO for molding, and I have a couple of different moldings here. So I'm going to click on this molding here. Oh, I know what I did. And I'm going to place it on that line. It don't matter where, but what I need to do is I'm going to have to mirror it. So I'm just going to hit mirror, go up, and hit yes to erase the other one. Highlight, grab it by the node, put it in place. Grab my other molding, my shoe molding, and place it. And now I have that. Really, I should have made that the green for me. I mean, you guys do what you want, but I like to have all my wood green. So, all right, so there's the base molding. Notice that my bat line went straight again. Don't go crazy, but just hit RE for regen, and it will bring that back for you. All right, so let's find out what we got left here. We got some dimensions to put in. We've got a bunch of words to put in. We can cut this if we like. So as not, we don't need to show all of this. We can get rid of some of this if we want. Let's go ahead and put the line in it. Let's see, which one did I do? Oh, the masonry. Yeah. Yep. All right. So go to dimension, click on the top of your concrete, and then I'm going to click on the top of the block there. And I'm going to pull this over, and for some reason, I am off 3/4 of an inch. How did I do that? Now, how did I do that? Let me go back to this side over here and try this. Well, la-di-da, what did I do? I am 1/4 of an inch too short. Why? Why? Where did I go wrong? That's 8 inches. Let's find out where. So I'm gonna put me a construction line in at the top of my footing, and I'm going to offset that 10 feet. And sure enough, I am off a little bit for some reason. I don't know why. I'm going to cheat. It's okay. I'm going to move that up to 10. I'm going to get rid of those 2 lines and get rid of this other dimension line here. I'm going to move this dimension over here on the other side so that it's cleaner and I can get more words in. Just like that. Now I'm going to do another dimension line, and I'm going to do it from the subfloor, not the finished floor, the subfloor to the ceiling joist, not the drywall. And you'll see that I get 8 foot 1.5. I'm going to click on this right there. I'm going to go to the end. I'm going to hit enter, and I'm going to type in lowercase OR 9 foot 1 1/2 inch. And I'm going to hit unstack. Okay, guys, I went back and I ran through these block here and I found out where my problem was. So when I had placed one of these blocks, I had somehow or another invertedly placed it 3/4 of an inch down and wasn't able to see it. So I got that straightened out and it now equals out to 10 foot there. Okay, so pretty much the rest of it, what I want you to do is make sure that you get your 10 foot in here, and that will go from the top of the footing to the top of the block. Do not count the mud seal. And then give me another one from the top of the uh, subfloor to the bottom of the uh, ceiling joist. Lastly, let's just show us a collar tie in here. Don't matter really where you put it, just put it somewhere in there and offset it. It'll be a 6 inch or 2x6, so that will be offset to 5.5. Clean it up, be at an angle, and then I want you to cut this portion out. You don't have to show any nails or nothing in here. We generally just leave that, and make sure you clean up all the loose ends, pull out and cut off, trim, and extend what you need to. And then I'm going to also make this the same as my other. So I'm going to match properties and copy to those two. Okay. So let's go to text, and I'm going to make that 12, and I'm going to press enter, and I'm going to make this 4. Okay, so I've got 4 and 12. Now, here comes the fun part. What I want you to do is I want you to look at the wall parts names, and I want you to, using the leader, I want you to put every one of these in exactly where I have them. Delete that. Exactly where I have them. Okay, so let me give you an example on that. So when I go to leader, I'm going to click my point where I'm going to be pointing to, and I'm going to pull out, and shoot, I guess I didn't set up my leaders on this page, did I? So I need to go and set that up. Yeah, I'm not set up at all on this one. Okay, catch up here real quick. I'm just going to leave that straight since I've asked you guys to do yours straight. I'll just leave that there. I'm missing something. What am I forgetting? Color is cyan. Leader structure. Landing distance is 3. I'm missing. Keep horizontal. I guess that's everything. For some reason I'm thinking that I've missed something. Notice that it does not give me justification for center, but I want you to do center, so I'll show you how we're going to do that. So I'm going to go to my multi-leader, click here, and pull up until I get a arrowhead, and then I'm going to roofing material, capital letters. See, roofing material, shingles, metal, fiber, cement, etc. Well, still ain't got, I can't spell either. Roofing material. What did I say? Shingle, metal, fiber, cement, fiber, cement, etc. Okay, now, once I've got this, there's a couple of things that I can do on this. I can switch the direction of it so that I have more room on that. That's not going to let me do that. There. Okay, so if I can pull this even further over, but see how it goes over into the C there? I'm going to grab this arrow. I'm going to take that back so I can make that a little bit longer there. Okay, now if you'll notice, it's lined up to a left justification, or a right justification rather. I want that to be centered. I want all of them to be centered. So you're going to leave, once you fix this one and you start with the leaders again, and like here I can say collar tie. All right, so if I match properties, grab that one, change that one, then it matches the same. I can shorten that if I need to and keep right on trucking. So use this one to copy from, and it's on the Moodle. Show you where it's at. I gotta sign in.
When I wake up, well, you know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. When I go out,
right there.
yeah, you know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you.
There it is. Have to open it up.
When I'm drinking,
okay, so you open that up.
Well, you
open it
know
up in a new window.
I'm gonna be the man who's drinking next to you.
Read this. Copy those over to CAD into your wall section.
But I wouldn't walk 500 miles and I wouldn't walk 500 more just to be the man who walks 1,000
Alright, so, I can, say masonry wall height and stud wall height. So in here, I'm going to do that.
And when the money comes in for the work I do, I'll pass almost every penny on to you. When I come home, well, I know I'm going to be.
So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to change that rotation to 90.
Well, you know I'm going to be
middle center. And just grab that right place just like that. Whoops. And hit enter, not escape. Once I do that, I can copy that. Go down here. Drop it there. And I double click on it. Change the stud to masonry. And that's it. Alright guys, you know the drill. If you have any problems, text me. Let me know what's going on. Thank you.